In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the top oregano essential oil uses and benefits and how we've been using them for the past 12 years with our 6 kids, some of the secret ways to use them, some cautions to be careful with oregano because this is a very hot oil. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Stacey Paulson. I am an essential oil educator, health coach, and the mother of 6 amazing children. And I am obsessed with helping people learn to use natural solutions to take care of their health right within their home, to be able to save time and money and to reduce toxins. Maybe you've wondered about some of these questions about oregano essential oil. So what is oregano oil used for, which I'm going to answer. I'm going to share some tips and uses for it. Also, is oregano essential oil toxic? There is some confusion about this. It is not toxic. Think we've been using oregano for thousands of years, but how can we get the most out of using oregano essential oil? Is oregano oil antiviral or antibacterial? Well, we'll talk about that. And then can you take oregano oil daily? Because there are some things you want to think about with this because it is so potent that usually we recommend not taking it internally for more than 7 to 10 days. Although you can take it longer, but it is very, very potent. Also, is oregano oil good for respiratory function? So I'm going to share with you a little recipe with my steamer, my cup and my steamer that helps with respiratory support, the sinuses, if you have any challenges with that. So there are 3 different ways that you can use oregano essential oil. One is aromatically, although it doesn't smell the best, so I don't think I've ever put it in my diffuser and just had it pumping through the air, but I do use it in a steamer. So putting a mug in some water in a mug and then putting it in the microwave and then creating a steam with it. So I will use it aromatically that way. Then topically, you can put it right on. And with oregano, you will always want to dilute unless you're putting it on the bottom of your feet because it's kind of like a jalapeno pepper. If you put it on topically, you rub those seeds and you get it on you, especially sensitive areas, it feels burny. It's not terrible, but it is uncomfortable. And I remember my first experience with oregano, somebody told me you should dilute it, and I thought I diluted it enough, and I put it on my son's chest because he had some respiratory things going on. And he started to say, it's burning, and his skin started turning kind of that pinkish. And I just put more oil on it, not oregano, but fractionated coconut oil. It helps dilute it and soothe it, and it was fine. But most of us will have an experience like that. And then internally, so oregano essential oil, if it's pure and potent, you should be able to use it internally. So all of doterra's oregano, of course, you can use it internally, but you can tell by reading the supplement fact label if the oil that you have, you can use it internally. If it's not for internal use, that is, to me, a trigger that is not pure and potent because it's something that you should be able to consume. Now, top uses for this, and some of these things, like it is a super powerful oil. So if you have any kind of need for immune support. Maybe you have something going on with your skin, maybe in your throat, maybe with different organs within your body that need that immune boost, then using oregano essential oil is phenomenal for that. And usually by using it internally. So with oregano, it doesn't taste amazing straight. Now you can do it, but it's really burny. So when you put it in your mouth, it's going to kind of burn. We do gargle with it, so I'll put a drop in there, oftentimes with one called On Guard and lemon and tea tree oil because they also support the immune system, and then we'll gargle and then swallow that. My kids know it tastes terrible, but when they're feeling like they need that support, they are willing to do it. So you know that it works if your kids are asking for it and it doesn't taste so good. You could also put it in veggie caps, which I recommend if you don't want to taste it, then you can get these empty capsules and just put a couple of drops of oregano in there and take it as a pill so you won't have to taste it. Now, if you do have that throat issue going on, gargling is a great way to do it. You can dilute it and then rub it along your throat there to help support. Also, it's great for like intestinal worms, parasites. So if you have some type of digestive issue because of that, then take the capsule and then do that for 7 to 10 days. You can do it 2 to 3 times a day. Also for warts, calluses, canker sores, this is a great one. In fact, this is probably our second experience with essential oils about 12 years ago. It's one of my kids had warts. And I tried some of this over-the-counter products and they would like burn his skin, didn't always get rid of them. And I didn't want to go to the doctor, spend the copay and all that. I had 3 other kids at the time. And so I had read that oregano could help with that. And you just put a dot right on that wart. You can cover it up with a Band-Aid, do it morning and night. And within about a week, it turned black and just fell off. So it is really powerful for your skin. But if you're rubbing on a bigger area, other than just putting it right on that wart, I would say definitely dilute. This is great for kind of the respiratory. If you're congested, dilute it on your chest. Any type of urinary tract support that you may need, take it internally in the capsule. If you have kind of a fungal issue, maybe toenails, athlete's foot, that type of thing, you can dilute it and rub it on your toes, on your feet, on your fingernails, toenails. Also, if you have any kind of pain, because oftentimes we're on computers, you have that type of regular pain, or in your joints, that type of inflammation, then oregano can be great. You can apply it topically, but again, internally has been shown to be one of the most effective ways to use it. It's also great, not necessarily for the skin, other than for those few things that I mentioned. Most people will not just put it on their face. This is not one that you apply to your skin in that way. You can use it for in the bathtub, but it's 1 drop. You can use Epsom salt. So you put about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of Epsom salt in your hand, put 1 drop of oregano, rub that together, put it in the bathtub, and that is a great immune support boost, detoxifying. But if you use more than that, then you might experience a little bit of burning. Then also, like I said, that steamy cup. This is probably the way that we've used oregano the most, other than putting it in the capsule for immune support, is if you have congestion, something going on in those nasal cavities, this brings so much relief. So I will just put that in the microwave, water filled up, don't put the oils in yet, for about 1 minute to 1.5 minutes to where it's steaming. And then I will put a couple of drops of oregano, tea tree, On Guard, and lemon in there. And sometimes I will add one, it's called Breathe. And then put your head over it and just breathe in the steam. You can do 1 nostril, do the other nostril. That's often what I'll tell my kids to do, is like, hey, do 5 on one side, 5 on the other. And it just loosens things up, gives you so much relief. And then you can also put these in a roller bottle. So those 4 oils as well, the tea tree, lemon, oregano, On Guard, in a roller bottle, rub it on the bottom of your feet. Again, great immune support. You can put it down the spine as long as it's really diluted. You can also use this in food. So if it calls for oregano and you don't have oregano, or you want it to be a little bit more potent, that you can use this. I recommend just taking a toothpick and you dip it inside there, and then you'll swirl it around at the end of the recipe. So for like pizza, spaghetti, the Italian type seasonings, if you're wanting to enhance that, then you can use your oils in there. And then, like I said, caution, caution, caution. That's the biggest thing for people who have used pure, potent oregano essential oil, is that you want to dilute it. I guarantee everybody that uses it will have an experience. And so if you do get it on a place where it's uncomfortable, use an oil to dilute it. Don't use water, because oils and water don't mix. It will just drive it in deeper if you're using water. So make sure that you're using some type of oil-based lotion, coconut oil, fractionated coconut oil, olive oil, and just put that on and it will go right away. So if you don't have oils in your home and you want to get these, I recommend a starter kit with the top 10 essential oils. I will link that below, and then making sure that you get a diffuser. And then also I have my beginner's guide and my crash course that you can grab, and some fun recipes down below to help you get started.